5 minutes late, but I'm here. 5 minutes late. I was having internet technical difficulties. What's up, y'all? What's up, everybody? What y'all been up to? Anybody here? I'm here.
Come here for the kid.
I'm here. Yep, I'm live. Anybody coming to see me today? I'm here. I'm live. I guess nobody. I missed 1 week and everybody thought I disappeared, huh? Everybody thought I was done for, huh? It was just 1 week. 1 week. Well, I'm sitting here. If you don't catch me, you catch me. Yeah, I was having internet technical difficulties, man. Damn mesh network went down. I had to recombobulate and reboot. Word up. You at the mall? Yeah, Casson gave up on me, man. They done call me. They done wash me out for short, man. They done turned into Milwaukee for tough built. You know what I mean? Coop, what up? CNT Designs, man. I miss a week or so, man. I missed like 2 times on a Saturday night, and cats, you know what I mean, sold me out. What's up, Coop? How you doing, baby? CNT Designs. I'm telling you, cats that sold me out, washed me up, and left me over to the curb, man. Yeah, man. What? I'm just doing my remodeling of the gun room, man. So my shit is all out of order. Yeah, it's changing the gun room around a little bit. You know what I mean? Doing a little remodeling. Doing a little bit of a remodeling. Yo, man, I got a phone ringing and all kinds of shit. Come join the live. Yeah, man. I'm gonna let join the live. Join the live, man. Word up. Join the live. Word up. Word up. Help me out. Help me out, man. Yeah, Bass gonna be on here in a minute. Yeah, man. I just woke up. My lazy. Yeah, I wasn't up. I was on the phone with Bass and DC Money and Jova and everybody else. I've been on the phone all day. You heard? I've been on the phone all day. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Waiting for some people to come in. Yo, today I wanted to talk about standing your ground. You know what I mean? And what exactly does that mean? Because Baz definition, you know what I mean, he inspired the concept of this life. What he talked about is your ground. I don't think is your ground. You know what I mean? Standing your ground is Ray Official. What up, baby? I'm talking about standing your ground. You know what I mean? What is considered yours? You know what I mean? What is considered your personal space? What's considered your personal property? Basically, where the fuck is the line drawn? And I know it's different in every state and all of this stuff, but in reality, how do y'all feel about, you know what I mean? What the hell this is? You know, what is yours? You know what I mean? What is your ground? What is your property? You know what I mean? What is your space? You know what I mean? And what happens when somebody violates that? that space. Like I said, everybody just joining. We doing reconstruction in here. We reorganizing the room. We reorganizing the place, man. So shit is all over the place, and I ain't mean for it to be like that. What you say, Big Fish? What up? Alvin, what up? Rock Boys in the building. Yeah. Who get barefoot in the grass? Yo. So basically, you know what I mean? You know how a lot of people in self-defense talk about, you know what I mean, we got to defend ourselves from threats and shit, right? But what is considered ourselves, like, does our defend our wife, and that probably be common sense, our children, that probably would be common sense. But what about our dogs? You know what I mean? What about, you know, shit that we have, our car? And I seen like crazy like road rage shit where people was bashing, you know, that road rage, somebody crashed a car, somebody shot the shit up. What is considered, you know what I mean? What is considered a violation of a person's personal space, of a person's personal property? Yeah, what does that look like? You know what I mean? What does that look like? Big Fish, Ray Official, Alvin Battles. Come on in here and join me, somebody. I'm gonna drop the link. Y'all can come on in here and help a brother out. I don't necessarily. I gave up on my assistant. Paste. Yeah, so I'm gonna drop this link. Let whoever want to come in, come in. You know what I mean? Ray, what up? And oh yeah, you know we coming out with our new channel dropping. I'm gonna put the link in there too. But our new channel is gonna be me, Ray Official, Joe Va. You know, Sana. I'm gonna drop the link when we get some more people in there. But that's gonna be, you know, a lot of a crazy channel, man. We got a lot of stuff in the pipe works, man. A lot of stuff, and it's gonna be nuts. You know what I mean? Absolutely nuts. It's gonna be dope. It's a different spin. You know what I mean? Or we're trying to make it, you know, a different spin. So a little bit serious and a little bit fun all at the same time. Yeah, man. Me, Joe Vibe, Ray Official, gonna do a whole channel because I'm doing this channel by myself. And one day I hired somebody, right? I hired Cass to help me out, all right? But she's like one of them seasonal workers, or one of them workers that work when you feel like it. She one of them workers that work when they feel like it, but that's all right. I'm just figuring stuff slowly but surely out on my own. You know what I mean? But it was a blessing to have these brothers like come out. You like, you want to rock with us? And I was like, hell yeah. You know what I mean? But anybody feel free, hit the link, cut in. But for real, this is about like, what is yours? Standing your ground, man. What is standing your ground? For real, for real. You know. So I'm gonna go find this video that Bass sent me, and we can form. What's up, Shanna? How you doing? Yeah, I'm just waiting for a couple more people in. Come in. Yeah, what's up, Shanna? I'm here. I'm alive. I'm decorating and renovating. I'm decorating, renovating, and not player hating. Decorating, renovating, and innovating. You know what I mean? Decorating, renovating, and innovators. Here go my brethren. There you go. You in here? I don't see you. Oh, because you got your camera off. But go ahead and talk your shit, Bass. Smash that Bass in here.
Well, I don't see me on there.
Yeah, you ain't on there because you don't got your camera on.
Yeah, but I've always shown up with my symbol.
Yeah, but I don't know how to work it like that, bro.
Oh, that's fine.
I don't know how to work these things, man. I used to have somebody who used to help me, but she quit.
What happened? It happens. It happens.
Yeah, if you turn your camera on, you'll appear.
I see my crazy ass hair. I got the white afro, bro. Look at that shit.
Yo, that's the funniest shit. How the weather where everybody at, man? Because it's bleeding over here. It's bleeding. It's like 20 degrees, yo. How the weather where everybody at? It's like 20 degrees, and cat outside with a t-shirt and a hoodie on, like it was yesterday. It's bleeding cold.
I look homeless as hell.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta put a hat on.
It's like 20 degrees. But anyway, tell us a scenario about, because I wanted, you brought up the topic actually, because I want to know, like, when you stand in your ground, like, what's really your ground? So fill everybody in on a scenario.
So I feel that the woman was justified. I'm
Nah,
just
I
saying
ain't talking about you there. Fill everybody in on the whole dynamics of the situation.
So there was a dog walker. I guess it was walking a dog from the neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lady that was in her garage doing whatever. Her dog runs out across the yard and comes after the dog that was being walked down the sidewalk. It seemed to me in the video, it's not 100% clear, but it seems like the guy who was walking the dog down the sidewalk is off the leash, attacks her dog.
Breaking up.
I'm breaking up. Can you hear me?
Oh, I'm breaking up. I think I froze. I was looking for the video and I think I froze.
So
you hear
anyway,
me?
so the lady, yeah. What's cool shit out here? So the lady's in her garage. Dude's walking his dog or dog walk, whatever the hell he is. Her dog's not leashed. Her dog runs across the yard and comes after this dog that's on the sidewalk. This dude walking his dog, it gets off the leash or whatever the hell happens, starts attacking her dog, right? She tries hitting it with a bag, which obviously not going to work. Grabs a broomstick, starts hitting it. That doesn't work. Dude, what? Anyways, dude's punching the shit out of his dog, right? Out of his own dog or the dog walker's, whatever. Punching the shit out of this dog to try to get him or her to release her dog, right? So she sees that's not working. She retrieves a firearm, okay? Runs back 30 seconds, runs back to her garage, retrieves a firearm, comes back and shoots the other dog and kills the other dog. I feel she's justified, but I also feel like it could be prevented. And the reason why I say that is it's like you being on your front porch, some dude walking across the front of your house from the street, provoking you that you've had beef with. You run across the goddamn yard and beat the living fucking shit out of him, kill him, whatever, right? So that's where me and Armel had a difference. All I was saying is it could have been handled differently if she would have had her dog on a leash, right? That's the way I see it. I feel she was right in what she did. All I'm saying is there were things on her end that could have been, that could have prevented it. That's all I was saying. So I don't know. People are going to agree with me. They're not going to agree with me. That's fine, but that's how I see it. Yeah, so Armel's going to continue to say it was on her property, but again, just think of it. You're staying on your porch, right? Some dude you got beef with walks by your house. You charge off your porch and attack him. So I'm just saying, like, it's the same scenario, right? Her dog wasn't on a leash. Her dog provoked it. Like I said, I'm not saying she's in the wrong. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying her dog did provoke it. That's all I'm saying. And Armel will fight me to the death on this, which is cool, but those are just facts. God damn it, Armel. You made me stop beating my damn wings.
Yo, stay there, man. This is the problem with the whole thing. I was listening the whole time while I was doing my technical difficulties.
I know you were. That's why I know you were. That's why I said what I said.
My technical difficulties. But basically, the dog was on the person's property. If I feel like I'm on my property and my dog ain't leaving I don't need to put my dog on a leash on y'all fucking yard.
Okay, then you can't be mad about what happens to your dog at that point.
My shit, because it's my dog and it's my shit. You know what I mean?
I understand that, but then you
walking past.
But you're responsible. You're responsible for that dog, just like you're responsible for your child. It's the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
Yes, it is. You're responsible for that dog, right? So if you don't have your dog on a leash and it's on your property and your dog takes off and your dog takes off across your yard after another dog, that's on you.
Yo,
that's on you.
The dog didn't go off the sidewalk. It was on its own lawn. You know what I mean? The other dog came on the lawn.
Your dog provoked it. Okay, so I have a question for you. I'm not saying she's in the wrong, but listen, Armel, if you're carrying a firearm, right? I'll give a second scenario. If you're carrying a firearm and you provoke the fight that forces you to kill someone, you're being charged with murder.
Not if the motherfucker pulls back.
Look, no, it's not the case. If you provoke the situation
hold up, Bass, hold up before I mute you. Hold up. This is what I'm saying, right? This is what I'm saying. If I'm on my lawn and I'm talking shit to you,
I understand. I get what you're saying.
I talk all the shit, but the moment you step on that lawn, you trespassing, bro.
But the dog wasn't on its porch barking. The dog took off all the way across the yard.
Go to the edge of my grass and I'm talking shit, bro. I'm talking shit. I go to the edge of my
situation. What I'm saying is
as long as I don't step on the sidewalk, I'm on my shit. And I'm talking, you motherfucker, you on the sidewalk. Stay on that sidewalk. But as soon as you crush the fucking grass, you a threat. And that's what happens when you go across the grass.
But you provoked it.
You mind your business all the fuck you want, and I can start all the shit I want. But there was the other dog who crossed the gun line. When you cross the gun line, that's it. He crossed the gun line. Go eat your wings. You're not eating, man.
I don't see it that way.
You don't got to see it that way.
Because it would have never happened if that dog wouldn't have provoked it. That's my point. It would have never happened.
Listen.
You know
we wouldn't be here if somebody wouldn't provoke something. But just because somebody provokes something doesn't put them at fault. If somebody punches you in the face and you shoots them, it ain't they provoked them. It's you shot them, bro.
Well, no shit, but you still provoked the situation. You could have walked the fuck away. If there was no threat to your life, you could have walked away.
You're not responsible for other people. You're responsible for yourself.
Exactly. And that dog was responsible for itself. Exactly. My fucking point.
That dog had the right to talk as much shit as he want on his own law. You know what I mean? As long as I'm in my house, listen, man. As long as I'm in my house, I can talk mad shit. The only motherfucker hear me is Alexa.
Dude, it's just like that bully that bullies the dude at school, right? Eventually that bully gets sick of it and whips his fucking ass. That bully was coming to him because he provoked that shit. It's the same shit. I'll give you example after example. You're wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't.
If it was at a dog park, it was something different. But it was on the damn dog lawn.
Listen, I don't feel she was in the wrong in what she did. What I'm saying is what happened. There was ways to stop it from happening. That's all I'm saying.
There's always ways to de-escalate, bro. Always ways to de-escalate.
Yeah, like just not have her dog running the fuck around town. Like I'm just saying, like it's not.
There's always a way to de-escalate. And they tried to de-escalate it in the video, but the de-escalation don't work. And you can't de-escalate with savages, bro. Some savages you just can't. be diplomatic with, bro. You know,
Wow.
some people, places
Wow.
and things are beyond diplomacy. Diplomacy is always your first tactic. You know what I mean? Then, you know what I mean? And like she did it, she brought the plastic bag. She started soft. She got a little. She brought the stick. She got a little harder. And then the next thing you know, that none of that shit was working. So you got to get the gun. She went through all the protocols, bro.
I just said I don't fault for what she did, but there was a way to prevent it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, the way to prevent it was for the dog walker to take the dog the other direction. Before they even, when you see the dog barking, you go the other direction unless you want that smoke.
Dude, that dog came out of that garage like a bullet. You know that. You saw the video, motherfucker. I sent it to you. Fuck out of here, man.
No, it was still on its own grass. Just because somebody provokes you don't mean you got to hit them. I can sit there and talk mad shit to you, call you all kinds of bitches and everything, but if you assault me, that's on you. Because I'm calling a man on you.
Yeah, but that dog, but how do you know that? How do you know the dog was coming down the tree and you take that as a threat?
Let me tell you this shit, right? Let me tell you this shit, right?
You take something as a threat and you react? Like, I'm just saying.
Let me show you what's a threat, right? So, back in the day.
We're talking humans now. We're not talking animals, but go ahead.
I'm gonna drop Ray in. Ray, what up? You in here? We can't see you, but you in here. Go ahead.
I disagree with you, Mel. I mean, that dog should have been on a leash. I don't give a shit who it is. You damn right. I don't care if you are in your own property, man. If your dog is sitting there, if you got your dog in the garage or whatever, and your dog runs out that damn garage and goes after somebody else's dog, I mean, your dog gets whatever the hell is coming to it. Period.
That's how I feel.
I mean, that's all it is. Now, for her to sit there and, like I said, it depends on where she shot that dog at too. If she shot that guy's dog on that sidewalk or whatever, her ass getting some time, or she's gonna get charged. I ain't gonna say she's gonna get no time, but she's gonna get charged.
She got him on the sidewalk.
She got him on her lawn.
Say what? No, it wasn't.
All of it took place on her lawn.
Yeah, well, still, she's probably gonna get charged or whatever for discharging that fire.
No, she not. They didn't find any crime. That was the other side of it.
Well, they didn't, but I thought she was gonna get that too, but she didn't.
They trying to press it. They trying to press it for her to get something because she's a black woman with a gun. But
that's still crazy as hell, man.
Everything took place on her lawn.
Like I said, that dog, she should have had a dog chained up, or she should have had a dog where it was trained and it would stop or whatever. But yeah, you don't sit there and have your dog in the garage and you don't know what your dog is going to do. A dog is a dog, period.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Period. Dogs are different than humans.
Now, if that guy's dog would have took off and ran in the garage or whatever and attacked her dog, yeah, she has every right to shoot that dog.
I agree.
But because her little stupid ass dog ran out the garage or whatever, and ended up getting his little ass bit. I mean, so bit.
I ain't gonna change. I'm gonna change the scenario. I'm gonna change the scenario.
No, you can't change it because it is what it is, man. You can't change that shit.
I'm gonna change the scenario, right? Change the scenario.
What?
I'm on my lawn.
Hold on, Amel. Hold on. So my wife just asked this now. Say, what if the dog would have, her dog would have attacked a child? Would that guy have had the right to take and shoot that dog or whatever, or choke the shit out of that dog for attacking a child? Because her dog was the aggressor. Her dog took off out the garage.
But the way it could have been avoided was she could have got a better goddamn dog, because those stupid little ass dogs is the worst fucking dogs.
Oh, yeah, I mean, come on, man. This little Napoleon.
I hate them little stupid ass dogs. What kind of dog was that?
It was like a Chihuahua.
Either a Chihuahua or Jack Russell.
Yeah, she should have known that.
Them little dogs are bold, man, and they roll up on them big dogs, and next thing you know, they become chew toys and shit like that, and the owner's all upset over that shit.
Damn, man. So you seen it, Ray?
Nah, I ain't see that shit. I just heard y'all talking about it. I didn't see it. But I mean, I sit there and say that whole shooting the dog or whatever, especially like I said, if it's on the sidewalk, and Big Fish said the same thing. If it was on that public sidewalk.
It wasn't on the sidewalk, though. Everything happened on the lawn.
Well, no, she shot the dog on the sidewalk.
I was trying to present the video, but I got clicked out.
It was actually, I think, more on the curb, but yeah.
It was on the curb. She shot the dog on the motherfucking lawn, bro, because I'm looking at it now.
It was not on her lawn. But regardless, I don't disagree with what she did, but I disagree with how she had her dog.
Okay. So we ain't going to beat that shit in the head. So I'm going to talk about it like this, right? What is your personal space, yo? Is my lawn my personal space?
Is your what?
Because I damn sure know if my hedges grow, the HOA put a letter in the thing talking about you got to cut. Is that mine? The city don't cut that. Is that mine?
There's yours.
Yeah, that's yours.
So
yeah,
if somebody got their dog, walking their dog, and their dog come on shit on my lawn, do I got the right to shoot that dog?
No, hell no. You don't have the right to shoot a dog for shitting on your lawn.
The owner should know that dog shit on my lawn.
Armel,
you wild,
if
man.
I came and walked past your house and shit on your lawn like Smokey or some shit like that, you gonna shoot me?
I can't.
Come on, man. You can't just shoot somebody for taking a shit.
Well, how you violating my shit, yo?
It's not.
I mean, I guess hell, you'll be the only person I know go to jail or whatever for shooting somebody for taking a shit.
Yo, I pay for that motherfucking grass. That's mine, nigga.
Yeah, call you the shoot shitter.
I pay for that grass. That's mine. Is that grass not mine?
Wow, this shit took a wild turn.
Nah, is that grass mine? What's my space? That's all I'm saying.
Yours, but
yeah, I mean that's your lawn, but you can't shoot a dog, man. You can't do all that. You can go out there and raise hell with the people.
Because you get your dog shitted on my lawn? Can I hit your dog with a rock because you let your dog shit on my lawn?
You can't even do that.
Well, you just pick it the fuck up. Stop fucking.
Right? Can I hit your dog with a bottle?
No.
Can I yell at your dog?
The only thing you could do is tell them not to let their dog shit on your lawn. And
what if I told you before, and you keep doing the shit?
You can complain to animal control and to the what's that? The local law enforcement.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, right? If that grass grows too long, if I get a spot on my lawn, you know what I mean, and the grass ain't filled, you know what I mean, because the dog pissed the shit on it too much, I got to pay for that repair and get a fine. You know what I mean?
Man, you think it's shit too extreme, bro. Jesus.
Because this is why I'm not taking so extreme, right? Because that shit happens to me. Some dickhead lets his dog shit on our lawn and my daughter play in that lawn. You tell him, and he goes around and looks around and sneaks. He don't know that it's all cameras all around this motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? And the shit happens. I think the motherfucker's trying to violate. You know what I mean? So if I fuck around and get the BB gun and shoot his dog in the fucking eye, I'll be wrong. You're saying I will be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it's not because it's not doing any. It's not really doing any harm to you or anyone else. It's not right. But it's not.
How do I know what fucking rabies disease his fucking dog got? My daughter plays on that grass all day. It's hers. You see what I'm saying? Shit like that happens. People continue to violate. What I want to know is, where is the line drawn? Don't let your dog walk on other people's property. Walk on the fucking sidewalk or walk in the street, bro. Is that shit too hard?
No, but in this video,
people are so lazy. What I'm saying is, people are so lazy that they violate other people's space for fucking convenience.
I understand that, but in this video, the dog that was just being walked before it got attacked and walking down the sidewalk. That was it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. This led to a whole other thing.
I ain't talking about that video no more.
This led to a whole other thing.
That video was just a little sample, right? That was just a warm up. What I'm talking about is real life shit, man. What is considered yours? You know what I mean? What is considered an invasion of your property? Because if somebody can invade, they're automatically a threat. Automatically. What is considered that? That's what I really want to know. The big question is, what is really considered your space? Because the government, your fucking neighbors, everybody seems to violate other people's spaces for their own fucking convenience. You know what I mean? And when do you have the right to stand your ground? And not just say something, just knock a motherfucker down if you have to. When is that point? When is that point?
To me, when you feel like an individual is you're being threatened, however you take that.
What up? Go ahead. How do you know if a motherfucker cross the gun line, it's a threat, bro?
That's what I'm saying. Each person has their own line, right? Like yours might be
legally, each person has their own line and their own protected space. But property lines is legal lines.
Yeah. Okay,
that's
but
line right there.
Okay.
That's a line.
Yeah, okay. So you walk onto my property, it doesn't mean you're a threat because you walk onto my property and say something to me.
Were you invited?
It depends on our past relationship. Depends on our past relationship. It depends on how you're approaching. Huh?
Well, we ain't got no. You better leave a message on the mailbox. I'll holler at you later, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. It depends on our past relationship. It depends on how you approach me. If I don't know you, like it just depends.
If you don't know me,
right?
Wait till you meet me.
But that's what I'm saying. If you're coming toward,
you don't violate my property, bro.
But if you're coming towards me, I think a lot of us can read people pretty well. Maybe not all, but I feel like so you can kind of read the person. You can say, "Hey, man, don't get too close. I don't know you. Back off." They keep approaching you. Then that's an issue.
You say,
then you got to draw the line somewhere. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, I understand personal space. You got to draw the line somewhere in personal space. But as far as your property space, you know what I mean? As far as your loved one space, you know what I mean? What determines the space? Do anybody determine the space or do I determine the space? Where is the lines drawn? Whose responsibility is to draw the line? Now, property is a clear line because that's a legal term, and these lines is currently drawn. And those lines are of responsibility. I'm supposed to defend that. These borders for countries, the motherfucking Mexican spies, they ain't causing no trouble. They coming to run across the border. And they come across, they over here. We ain't they ain't messing with nobody, but we fuck with them. Is it our fault they motherfuckers start blowing shit up and selling coke and shit? So it's our fault.
No, it's not. I mean, yeah. I mean, you're not doing nothing about it. You're not doing nothing about it. It is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Huh?
I agree. If we're not doing anything to stop it, then yeah, it's on us.
So, since they violated our space, but the motherfucker who comes shits on my lawn is now violated. They violated the country space by crossing their border.
But it's because we're okay. I'm not gonna get political, but it's because we allow it.
Political. This is common sense. Lines is lines.
For shitting on your yard, Armel.
Yeah,
can't shoot somebody for shitting on your yard.
Yeah, there's a difference there, man. Like
if a motherfucker shit on your yard, this is the reality of it. A motherfucker don't respect you, bro. The motherfucker don't have no respect for you, bro. Why would a motherfucker shit on somebody's yard, yo?
If he shits on your yard and then comes after you after you take a shit, then you got the right to pop him. But if he shits on your yard and then walks away or whatever and says "fuck you," you still ain't got the right to pop him.
I agree.
You know.
So what if I'm on my own lawn and everybody who walk past, I say "fuck them"?
Well, I mean, they're just gonna say you're crazy. I mean, now if they come on the lawn or whatever, because they already know that your ass is crazy. So every time they pass by there, they're gonna sit there and say, "Okay, well, here you come out here."
And they won't walk past my lawn no more, right? So I think we all should go actually. The reason why I brought this up, right? Because after I got off the phone with Brian, having the same fucking argument, right? After I got off the phone with Smashing That Bass with the same ass argument, I was looking up certain things as far as standing your ground. There was a gentleman that he lived directly across the street from a school. Right, and every day he was an old Vietnam vet. Every day he hangs up his flag. He gets his AR out. He throws his gun belt on and his motherfucking helmet, and he goes do colors. His shit, motherfucking salute. He got his AR and shit. So the kids and shit going to school across the street. Like what the schoolhouse is. Wait, he lives. It was like the schoolhouse, a field, and a gentleman house across the street. But the kids can look out the window and see this motherfucker with his rifle and the thing. You know that the motherfucking boys came and took his shit, all the weapons out of his house, saying that he was a threat because he was in the school zone. And he was on his own fucking lawn. He didn't step on the sidewalk with his rifle. He didn't walk by the school in the school zone with his rifle, marching out on colors saying motherfucking anchors away or singing the national anthem. He was on his lawn.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Have assholes that would do that.
My man can't do what the fuck he want to do as long as he ain't harming nobody in his own crib or in his own lawn, on his own lawn. Somebody's looking at it and it offends them. It's inconvenience for them to see.
100% should have been able to. I mean, he didn't do anything wrong.
But they took all his guns. They took all his guns.
You got to realize we live in a soft ass world where people sit there. It's the least little thing you take and do. They'll sit there and say it offends me. It offends me. So you can't do shit. You got to realize who you're around. If you have some soft ass people around you, that's what they're gonna take and do.
Yo, you can't control other people with all the way other people feel. Fuck them. But what I'm saying
is, you can't control that. But what I'm saying is that they can fuck up your life, just like they took all his guns. You could sit there and be leaving out your house or whatever, and taking and putting your gun in a holster, and have a soft ass neighbor across the street who will sit there and call the police and say, "Oh, I felt threatened because he had his gun out or whatever, and was looking at me or some bullshit." And next thing you know, they're going to come to your house. You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
that's why I say we live in a soft ass fucking world.
100%.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, he ain't fuck with nobody. He was on his lawn. He was on private property. Did they have the right to take away his firearms?
No.
No, they don't.
They did.
They don't. Well, that's what I'm saying, but they will, because all somebody has to take and do is just sit there and say they feel threatened or he threatened them, even though he probably didn't. They can just sit there and say he threatened me. That's the world that we live in.
That or red flag laws, right?
It's the greatest thing. It wasn't a red flag law or anything. The ordinance, part of the town ordinance where he lived was
that makes it easier.
Firearms within a thousand feet of a school or however many feet of school. The school ground, and that's a lot of different places. Problem was he lived across the street from the school field, so the school wasn't exactly there. So that means he wasn't, according to their town ordinance, he wasn't supposed to have a gun in his house at all.
Correct,
because he lived close to the school.
Yeah, but ain't no one fucking ain't no one buying by that shit.
It's a matter of that. And it was their feelings. And this wasn't up north. This was, down south somewhere. You know what I mean? And I just thought it was crazy.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. I know I'm just trying to define, Ray. I'm just trying to define at what point is the line? You feel me?
Well, the line is when you feel as though somebody has violated your space. You make that line. You make that.
More lines than those lines.
When you feel threatened. Now, I'm not going to sit there and say because somebody's in your front yard talking shit or whatever, and you're and say your front yard is, say, where they're talking shit is probably 25 feet away from you, and you're standing in the door. You can't sit there at the door, shoot somebody that's 25 feet away from you, because first thing is going to happen, they're going to say, well, hold on, how did you feel threatened when you could have went inside and closed the door?
Are all threats loud and obnoxious? Because sometimes threats are silent. And they're subtle, and they're subliminal. They're psychological. You know what I mean? There's such thing as psychological threats. Like you see people just roaming by. They not saying nothing. They just looking. Keep rolling by. You ask them, everybody ignore you. Nobody say anything. Everybody just keep moving. You know what I mean? Some threats are real solid. They're not spoken. And next thing you know, your house is being burned down, and you didn't get all the fucking signals because they weren't loud and obnoxious, like we gonna kill those niggas or get the fuck out of here or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Some brothers went to West Point back in the days, you know what I mean? And back then they used to have the silent treatment for the cadets that went to West Point, and even more recently in the 1970s when some of the first black midshipmen went to Annapolis, they got the silent treatment. You know what I mean? For 4 years they go in school and these people never even said a fucking word to them. You know what I mean? So back in the days when some cadets was in Army Academy at West Point, they didn't speak to them just because. But what's not was a few of those cadets disappeared. You know what I mean? A few of those cadets disappeared, but those threats were silent. They wasn't broadcast or whatever. You know, that's the way of the world. So I know. I'm looking at it like this: this cat walking down the street, right? He not a threat, but he let his dog constantly shit on my lawn. I tell him, my wife tell him, hey, don't do that. My daughter play out here. He constantly do that. You know what I mean? He doesn't say, he say, yeah, I'm sorry, but then he does it knowing it's not approved of. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking disrespect, bro. He's not saying nothing. He's saying sorry and all of this shit, but that's disrespect. And any sign of disrespect makes you a threat. Blatant disrespect makes a threat to me. I don't know how y'all call that shit. What do you call blatant disrespect? It doesn't have to be vocal. It doesn't have to be cussing. You know what I mean? Because some shit, silence is the worst. You know what I mean? Look at it objectively, if y'all could. Because next time Duke Dog shit on my lawn, I'm going to shoot him. Point blank, and let that shit be in the ear. I'm going to shoot his damn dog. Let that shit be in the ear. Because it's beyond the line of, it's beyond that line. He's been told, yeah, keep moving. Ain't like he don't know. And then he walked the dog without a leash too. You know what I mean? I guess none of y'all here. I don't know how to chat, how y'all handle that.
I'm here.
I
said I'm here.
You didn't hear?
I couldn't hear, man. I couldn't hear anything.
So basically, what was the last thing you did hear? So I could go back.
Nah, your ass still talking about the guy disrespecting you by letting his dog shit on the yard. Like I said, you can't shoot him. Okay, but
I'm
yeah,
saying
you still can't shoot.
Is a threat, bro.
Still can't shoot him though.
Okay.
You can't
so
shoot
what if, right? What if, you know what I mean? Somebody's just standing there looking. They're not saying nothing.
You're asking.
Looking.
You're asking if you should be able to shoot them? No.
No, I'm not saying be able to shoot them. They just standing there. Are they a threat or are they not a threat?
Yeah, they are a possible threat.
So what makes a clear and definite threat is what I'm asking.
I mean, for me, I guess it would be someone that would approach me uncomfortably, at too close of a distance for me.
Do they have to say something?
I can't.
No, they don't have to say anything. I mean, if you walking up at me or whatever, man, and I start to feel uncomfortable, then that's different.
What makes a person a threat? What brings to that threshold that fire, motherfucker? That's what I'm asking.
You kick my fucking door in, or you approach me with some kind of weapon and get too close. That's for me. That's what it is. It's not that for everyone, but that's for me.
Okay.
I don't give a shit what anyone says. That's me. So,
the most dangerous threats are silent, bro.
And that could be the case, but I can't read silence. I can't read silence. So, you know, you if I feel like you're a threat and you're coming at me the wrong way, you're too close, then, you know.
Yeah, man. Yo, HK makes some good ass motherfucking can openers, bro. Word up. Like my HK can openers, man. Make some good can openers.
What up, Joe?
What up, Joe? Yeah, but what is the threat, though? So a threat got to be in your face and violent and shaky and all it. Yeah, I don't think those are real threats for real.
I just have to feel threatened. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's me. Like, if I feel threatened, I feel threatened. If I feel threatened enough to use deadly force, then I use it. I'm not going to sit here and explain to you what it is because I don't know what it is. I've never had to experience it. But if I ever have to and I feel I have to use it, I'll use it. That's all I can tell you, man. That's it.
It's going to be different for everybody. That's all it boils down to.
Like, it's not the same. So I don't know what answer you're looking for.
Just like you just said, you feel as though that dog shitting in your yard is a threat. You know, I wouldn't. You feel as though that person standing in your yard staring at your house is a threat.
I wouldn't shoot the person. I might shoot the
dog.
dog.
The motherfucker crazy.
He ain't crazy. The motherfucker disrespectful. But it's not the dog's fault. But the dog will suffer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In my world,
after the dog.
Huh?
They're gonna lock your ass up after you shoot the dog.
I had to deal with that shit. That's some shit I had to deal with. But I bet you ain't nobody else won't do it again.
Oh, not. I mean, hell, you wouldn't know if they do it again anyway, because your ass gonna be locked up.
I was gonna say you ain't gonna do it again.
You ain't gotta worry about the dog shitting in your yard.
Yeah, what? I'm about to put up a sign for real though. I said if your dog shits on the grass, it will be shot. Dead serious. Those people say trust. They got their private road. They said private property, private road. Trespassers will be shot.
Well, you let me know how that shit go.
I just don't go. If it's somebody private shit, I don't go on that shit. I don't walk on people's grass. If their grass goes to the curb, I walk in the fucking street. You know what I mean? Because that's, I like to carry myself with respect for other people's shit. And I expect other people to have give that same courtesy, bro.
Yeah, but I don't violate that way.
Well, motherfuckers better learn manners like their grandma taught them. It ain't my fault motherfuckers ill-mannered and disrespectful. That shit ain't my fault. So you want to be ill-mannered and disrespectful, you deal with the sword, bro. And that's just how I carry it. That's just how it is. I talk to them, but you can't communicate to these savages all the time, bro. And the world took too many liberties and letting people cross the line too far. You know what I mean? Taking that ill-mannered and disrespect shit too far. They just violate all over. They knock on your door. They disrespect your space. They all up in your face. You know what I mean? Constantly. They walk in your house taking your guns because somebody else don't feel comfortable because just because you got it, or they don't feel you should have it, or they making up an excuse, or a person has mental illness or something. What the fuck? He crazy, so he shouldn't have these fire. What the fuck is that? Who are you to tell me I'm crazy? You know what I'm saying?
You want me to be honest? I would tell you you're crazy if you sit there and start shooting dogs in the eye or whatever for shitting on your yard. You know?
I shoot him in the eye in the
you asked it. I mean, shit. And then look,
I shoot him in the eye and the ass. I got my BB gun, man. Where my BB gun at?
Put some money on your book so you can get some snacks.
Yo, I told him, I was like, I'm gonna shoot the damn dog in the BB gun. I got my BB gun. Bad seen it. It's around here somewhere. I'm gonna shoot the dog in my motherfucking BB. He lucky I don't got the old school Daisy that you pump that bitch up like this.
I had that one.
Y'all remember the old school Daisy shit? They still sell those?
Yeah, but not. Yeah, but it's not. It's all
yeah,
plastic.
store.
Yeah, but it's all plastic.
Damn, that shit don't you pump that shit up? Yo, we used to work out doing with them shits, right? Just pump it up 100 times. Everybody got to pump it 100. Get that shit. It don't even really change the. It don't even really change the projection.
Yeah, like but over 10 or 12, it doesn't change anything.
You know what I mean? It don't even work like that, man. What did he say? A handed-boat line cross. Yeah, a habitual line crosser. Yeah, some cats is like that. Some cats is habitual line crosser. But what happens is we got to draw our lines. And there's some clear lines that are already legally drawn. You just got to remind.
But the thing is, you still have to know the law too. You know, otherwise you're gonna wind up in jail. And I don't give a shit what type of gun insurance you got and all that shit or whatever. If you sit there and shoot somebody for some bullshit, you're going to jail. Period.
Well, and then some of those insurances won't even cover you if it's not justified.
Hell no.
No, I don't think any of them will.
The problem is, right, Ray, you absolutely right. But the problem is, right, if we don't know what lines is, we don't know what a threat is. We don't I'm walking around by myself, right? And somebody not saying anything could woof up on me and I'm done. You know what I mean? Is that a threat?
Well, if they roll up on you, hell yeah, it was a threat because they didn't knock your ass the fuck out.
You didn't see it. Say for instance,
but you got knocked out. That was a threat.
Yeah, he knocked you out. It's 2-3. He knocked you out and deboed you and dug in your pocket and took the motherfucking strap off of you. That's what's going.
Yes. You just got hit by the boogie bandit.
99% of situational awareness is knowing how to identify the threat. What's a threat? So if I'm smashing that brass, I don't know because I haven't been in that situation. It's already too late. You fool.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if I feel threatened, I feel like I have to use the force. That's when I'm going to use it. Like I said before, I don't know what answer you're looking for.
It has to be, like I said, and that's just like Armel shooting that damn dog. That dog wasn't doing nothing. I'm going to go to jail.
It's going to be different for everybody.
You go to jail for defending yourself against what you perceived as a threat. Perception of a threat is bullshit. You got to have a real... That's your perception of a threat is circumstantial. And when you go to court and you're like, well, he was talking all this shit and da-da-da-da. So, and he was too close to me. What was too close? He was 2 feet away. And he wouldn't back down when I told him to. So I shot him. Because he could have just grabbed me. No, I shot him. He's 2 feet away. You know what I mean? Like the girl in the airport. I don't know if that shit is real. Accused the brother of slapping her phone, snatching her phone. Was she a threat? The lady on the airplane when she slapped that dude. You know what I mean? And he slapped that ass back. You know, I don't know if anybody's seen that one. And
what happened with it? What happened?
Basically, they were on an airplane, right? The girl couldn't find her phone. So she got up and accused the dude behind her of having her phone. The guy's wife told him, like, he don't have your phone. She said, you stole my phone. And she kept accusing him. He said, I ain't steal your damn phone. So the girl, Karen, slapped him. And he said, you're going to apologize for that. Because I don't have your phone. You're going to apologize for hitting me. And he said, you got my phone. I know you stole it. And you turned it off so I can't hear it. Because he said you could have called your phone. You turned it off, so I wouldn't hear it. She just accusing him. He said, I want you to apologize. And I'm not apologizing for anything. And he slapped the shit out of her. You know what I mean? Was he wrong? But she hit him first. She provoked him.
No, he wasn't wrong. I mean, she got up. She was accusing him. She slapped the shit out of her. I mean, honestly, I probably would have got up and kicked her in her fucking chest. You know, I mean, there wouldn't have been all that talking or whatever, talking about apologizing and shit like that. Nah, I would have just got. To be honest with you, if we on the plane, my wife probably would have got up and kicked in her fucking chest.
And that's what I thought.
But I mean, you do some shit. you do some shit like that, I mean, yeah, you're a threat right there. The minute you get up and you start doing that and you raise your hand, I mean, hell, I have the right to beat you to the fucking slap. You know?
He didn't have the right. The reason why, because time lapsed. He had the right.
I mean, he had the
right
he had the
then and
right
there.
he had the right to kick her ass.
No. What happens is because I've seen a lot of people get hung on the rope. You know what I mean? And some brothers are just coming home since the 90s, right? And a lot of this shit is just happenstance. You know what I mean? Cats, whenever somebody strikes you and there's time in between.
No, the thing is, remember what you said. You said she was getting ready to raise her hand up and slap him again.
She slapped
him. Beat her to the punch. No, she slapped him the first time. Then she got ready to slap him again.
She was just talking shit the second time. During the whole thing, before he hit her, she was just still talking shit.
Okay, I thought you said that she was getting ready to slap him again. All right. At that point, he beat her to the fucking slap.
He's saying that she could have slapped him again, but he made sure that he suppressed her with his slap. Because if you fuck around and do it again, every time you do it, you're going to get something back. You know what I mean? But the problem with his is he waited too long. He talked to her. She hit him and he spoke. Now, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. If you could talk to somebody, they're no longer a threat. If it's a threat, somebody attack you, your actions legally have to be instantaneous. If there's time in between, they're no longer a threat. I don't know if that makes sense.
It depends on the situation.
And they go after somebody. And I know so many brothers who are away just because of that. Motherfuckers beat their ass, shot them. Didn't kill them, shot them. They made it home. They were shot, made it home. They got their shit, and they went back. Took care of that business, and niggas is in jail, bro.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're going to go to jail for that, period. I mean, that's just like you seen that one with that female rapper. I forgot where she was at. I think she was in Florida. And her and her manager got into a fight or something like that, a big argument. And he pushed her. And she looked like she started walking away or whatever, and he was walking around the car or something happened or whatever, and then she pulled a gun out of her purse, ran up on him and then shot him. Now with her ass, yeah, she's going to jail because she could have kept on walking or whatever, but she pulled that gun out to go after him, regardless of what the hell happened. Now I didn't see where he slapped her or anything like that, but he pushed her. They were
regardless of the fact, you can't do the premeditated stuff. You can't go back. Once you clear, you can't. It's no longer a threat. Once you clear, there's no longer a threat.
Right, and that's what she did. She started walking away, but then she reached in her purse, got a gun, turned around, and then came after him. So at that point, I mean, yeah, now, that's I don't know what they're going to charge her with, but I mean she probably ended up getting second-degree murder or something on that.
So what if a motherfucker beat your ass and you got the strap on you, right? And laying on the ground. No, you laying on the ground. You out, but you still got your strap on you, right? And they already stopped beating your ass and walked away. And you just getting up off the ground. You still got the strap. Are they still a threat?
Don't know. That would be hard to say. Well, I mean, when they're beating your ass, then you have the right to shoot. If they're walking away, I mean, nah. Huh?
They finished beating your ass. They finished beating your ass and taking what they're going to take.
If they finish beating your ass and they're walking away or whatever, at that point, they're not a threat. Now, if they're sitting there, they finish beating your ass and they're standing over you, you don't know what the hell is getting ready to happen. So, I mean, if you open fire, you open fire. But if you shoot them in the back, you're going to jail.
They finished beating your ass and they just standing close to you, but they not fucking you up no more.
I mean, hell, be honest, I'm going to shoot your ass.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just being honest. You're still standing.
You're going to jail, Ray. Hey,
huh?
Ray, you're going to jail.
Shit, I ain't going to jail.
We just being honest. I will too. You know what I mean? My shit probably wouldn't even got that far. But my shit probably wouldn't even got that far. But yeah, you know you're going to jail, right?
No, you're probably not. Not if they're close. Not if they're close to you and they're facing you. If their back's turned, you're fucked.
Yeah, if their back turned and it's like they're walking away or whatever.
They just sitting there looking at you. They deboed you, knocked you the fuck out.
You don't know what the hell is going to happen next.
Exactly.
So
and the jury
point, you have no clue. Yeah. And you can sit there and say that. I was standing there.
Coming up blazing?
Do what?
Look. Huh?
You got the strap on you coming up blazing?
Yep.
You're damn right.
What about you, Bass?
I said, yeah.
Hell yeah, I'm letting out on everybody. If you stand in their face, shit, that's it.
Yo, motherfuckers bust your ass and decide to take a break and smoke a cigarette.
Or if they decide to take a break and smoke, I mean, hell, I can't go shoot them or whatever at that point now. If I sit there and try and get up and walk away, no, wait a minute, hold on, Mel. So they sit there, they finish kicking my ass or whatever, and they taking a smoke break in between the ass whipping. All right. Now I get up and start walking away, and they decide to say, "Hold on, you ain't going nowhere. Put these cigarettes out. Come after me. I'm pulling my shit out, and I'm getting ready to blow everybody away." Now if they start running at that point,
they let you
get up and go home. They get shot. Say what?
They let you get up and go home, man.
Well, I'm going home.
Yeah, you just got your ass whipped.
I'm going home. I mean, shit. I just have to go home, and hopefully they don't come after me again. I mean, but I can't go and just shoot them. Otherwise, I'm going to jail.
Facts. So what if you see them same cats again?
I'm going to keep a good eye on them.
If I see them again, either like he said, keep a good eye on them or go the other fucking way.
Yep.
But don't sit there and try and provoke it or whatever because you got your shit on you and decide, oh, you know what? I'm going to get them back. I'm going to try and get them to come over here so I can shoot them.
Yep.
Because at that point, you're probably going to still go to jail because they're going to say, hold on, wait a minute. You got your ass whipped by them. You sit there and you seen them, over there standing on the corner or whatever the hell they were doing. You decide, okay, you know what? I'm going to walk by here again. They're going to say, okay, yeah, that probably was premeditated. How did we know that you didn't go out there looking for them?
Yeah.
Well, for real, I brought up that scenario because I know somebody, you know what I mean? He got his ass whipped. You know what I mean? He got his ass whipped. They fucked him up, right? It started out to be a fair one, but then he picked something up and then they jumped on him. You know what I mean? They fucked him up, right? He had the strap on the whole time, but he tried to go at it. You know what I mean? He tried to do the 5. They beat this dude ass, right? He on the ground. He took his L. He got his love. They stopped. He's like, I told this dude. They sitting there talking about how they fucking him up, how they fucked him up. Just the adrenaline. They still just something. But they finished beating his ass. He gets up, shoots they ass. You know what I mean? He shoots 2 of the 3 niggas that fucked him up, right? They put him in. He just now coming home. You feel me?
Yeah.
He got his ass whipped. He could have been pulled out the strap.
Where was he at? Hold on, but wait. Armel. So the question is, where was he at? What this was in New York?
Nah, it was in Virginia.
Oh, okay. I thought you was getting ready to say New York. If that's in New York, yeah, fuck it. It don't matter.
Yeah,
if they whip your ass, if they whip your ass and you pull out a gun or whatever, in the city and you sit there and start shooting, yeah, you probably going to jail.
It was in Norfolk. It was in Norfolk. It was in Virginia.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like I said, each one is different, man. Depends on how they look at it when you go to court and shit.
So I know during his trial, it was more like, what was they doing when he shot him? They were talking. Oh, yeah. So being that they were just talking and they weren't putting hands to fist on him, fisticuffs on him at that time when he drew the weapon and shot them, the 3 of them, 2 of them died. He got 2 first-degree murders.
Yeah, and probably what it was, he sit there and he told exactly what happened. He probably got up and said, they just finished whipping my ass or whatever the hell they was doing or whatever, and they were standing over there talking, and I got up and I shot him. Huh?
It was almost instantaneous. It was almost adrenaline that he came down and shot, but he couldn't even say it was like fucking self-defense. You see what I'm saying?
Hold on, Jason.
Jason, what's up, Jason? He couldn't even say it was like self-defense and no shit like that.
Yeah, at that point, it's not self-defense if they're standing over there talking.
Yeah, but it was
you have nothing to defend yourself against or from.
Well, motherfucker, just now coming home. Motherfucker, just now coming home. And that was late 90s.
Well, he did what he felt he had to do, and maybe it didn't go his way.
That worked for years.
But I mean, if I can identify the threat, I'm not going to use deadly force unless I feel like it's necessary. And as we've said,
the threat just busts your ass.
I mean, it can. It can. It can. Like I said, if I can identify it, I mean, you can't say you can identify every threat. You can't. No one can do that, right? So,
they it's just ass. They fucked him up.
Right. I get that. I'm just saying that no one person can identify every threat, right? So we all do the best we can to do that, and then act accordingly. That's all there is to it. You know what I mean? That's it.
It's not so much identifying the threat. They were the threat, but they weren't threatening at that particular second.
Yeah. So, like I said,
if somebody fucked you up, are they not a threat? Yes. But were they fucking him up at the point where he shot them? No.
Right.
That's why he did 20-something years on the wheel.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he wasn't in no like New York, no crazy shit. It was in Virginia,
Yeah, he just didn't catch it in time. And like I said, you can't identify it every time. Like you do the best you can, man. That's it. You do the best you can.
Neutralizing the threat is what I'm saying is, Baz, right? And a lot of people on YouTube get this shit fucked up, and it messes with me.
Avoid it, you go the other way, all this kind of shit.
Say, I don't know what a threat is going to look like. It's already too late for them. You know what I mean? You better motherfucking know because you know your lines, right? Because if you hesitate to neutralize a threat, you're murdering somebody. It's the time in between while you sitting there thinking about this shit, right? It's too late.
Yeah, could definitely be okay.
Mm-hmm. So if you're getting your ass beat, and the threat got you, and you still got your gun, and they beating the shit out of you, and then they leave you alone, and then you pull your gun, and then you shoot, they're no longer a threat.
Armel, that still is all part of being a gun owner. You have to sit there and make a wise decision. You can't just sit there and open fire on something. Like you sit there and said, your boy or whoever this is, open fire after the.
That's like me shooting a dog on my lawn.
Huh? That's why what?
That's like me shooting a dog on my lawn.
Yeah, you didn't make a wise decision, and then you're gonna go to jail, and we're gonna be putting money on your books so you can buy ho-hos and coats. That's all it's gonna be.
Zoom zooms and wham whams. Zoom zooms and wham whams.
Yeah, whatever shit. Romaine noodles or whatever the fuck that shit called. You're gonna need some of that. Hell, so we're gonna have to put money on your books. We're gonna have a GoFundMe for you. Not to get you out of jail, because you're gonna be in jail. Shit. Fuck, ain't no need to waste that money.
I bet, man. But I you ain't gotta worry about Armel and no shit like that, because I'm gonna shoot that dog with the BB gun though.
Yeah, you gonna shoot that dog with a BB gun.
I got my BB gun right here somewhere. I'm gonna shoot that dog. I told that dude because my daughter play out there, yo. And it's that situation is fucking beyond diplomacy. You know what I mean? I might have to fuck him up, in other words. You know what I mean? Or provoke him to hit me so I could sue him and shit. I had to play like the Jonathan Majors and shit. Talk mad shit so a motherfucker can hit me so I'm gonna sue you. Hit me so I can sue you. Who that? Don King? Who said that? Hit me so I can sue you.
I don't know.
Motherfuckers provoke shit. I think it was like Rocky movie or something. One of those Rocky movies. They had a cat that was playing a character like Don King. and he was provoking it.
That.
Hit me, so I can sue you. I do one of them the fucking numbers. I do one of those numbers. That motherfucker hit me.
Run the channel from the can.
Huh? What happened?
Volvo say at least you can still run your channel from the can.
Nah, but for real, I won't do that because Don King on the Rocky movie just gave me an idea. I'm gonna go up and get all in his face and be like, yeah, so he can hit me, and then I'm gonna sue him.
Yeah, but then he may perceive you as a threat because you're
I ain't gonna get that
up in his face.
So what's the threshold? I'll make sure that I got one of these tight ass t-shirts on and shit. I be, yeah, motherfucker, yeah. And all up in his shit. He's like, I told you, motherfucker, this. So he might perceive me as a threat, right? Even on my own lawn.
Yeah,
if I'm talking shit on my own lawn.
I mean, his dog shit on your yard or whatever, on your lawn, and you went out there to confront him about it. So he's like, okay, yeah. Now at that point, you're the threat.
On my own lawn,
you're the angry homeowner who's going.
I'm the angry black man.
Well, yeah, pretty much. And you know we got superpowers, so yeah, that's why we always get shot.
Yeah. So I'm the threat on my own prop. He gonna shoot me on my own lawn.
He might.
That's why I gotta shoot the dog, Joe. Because if I confront him hostilely, right? He may perceive me as a threat and shoot me. I told him before, and he didn't even acknowledge that I even told him. He like, yeah, like fuck you, nigga. You know what I mean?
Well, we already know your ass is determined to shoot somebody's dog. You keep talking about that shit.
You're bring harm to a human being, man.
You're gonna go to prison named Armel, and you're gonna come out named Carmen.
I ain't shoot that motherfucker. That was somebody else. You know what I mean? I'm gonna shoot him with the BB gun. I might shoot him in the eye because I'm surgical with that bitch. It's silent too. You know what I mean? But I ain't on front, man. But that shit is a rock and a hard place because if I told him like a civilized person, my wife told him as well. But if I confront him, up front and loud, he might perceive me as a threat and shoot me. You know what I mean? So do I make sure I got my gun belt on when I go approach him? Huh?
Might have to if you feel that way.
No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Smashing That Bass come over here and tell him, hey, this is my buddy. Please have your dog not shit on his lawn.
Now, why you say that?
Nah, huh?
Why you say that?
Because you're less threatening than me.
Oh, okay. So you send a white guy out there to do your dirty work.
That's why I asked him the question I did, because I knew what he was getting at.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, man. That's a white guy with an afro. So he passes.
That's true too. That's true too. His cast be like, I'm gonna cuss his ass. I'm gonna cuss his ass. And the dumbass, this is a stupid ass, right? The dumbass don't know. They think they sneaking and doing shit. And you can rewind the camera and see the shit every time. Every time he crush, I got like a what you call with the cameras outside? A zoning.
Yeah.
So when you cross for certain areas of the camera field, it alerts. So I was like, man, this shit crazy, man. But anyway, I'm gonna leave that man dog alone, man. Oh, who else coming on, man? Anybody want to come on? Come on, man.
You're gonna wind up blasting him.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna kill nobody, dog. But it was just a scenario where people violate. Like, what's your personal space? You really don't got it no more because it's all the way. The law outrode your own personal space.
Hey, look, worst case scenario, get one of those assault bug guns and just hit him in the ass with it.
Hit him where?
In the ass with it.
Yeah, hit him with the salt. I think is that the salt, the one that shoots the salt?
Yeah.
Salt pellets,
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
rice pellets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. But I ain't got one of those. I got
You got to do
a
that shit
BB
when
gun.
nobody's looking.
They don't want to hear the BB gun. They won't hear the BB gun. Anybody come in if y'all feel like it. No, they won't hear the BB gun. But I'm exhausted talking to them. You know what I mean? And my daughter loves going outside, and it's not fair to her. Dude, don't. I can see if he picks it up sometimes. There's 1,000 bags. There's a bag like in every corner where you can pick up bags and poop and scoop your poop. But he don't even do that. You know what I mean? Nobody else does this shit. You know what I mean? So I consider that as the highest level of disrespect. And if it's disrespect, it's a threat. You know what I mean? And it's not on the street. It's on my private property that I have to pay for. You know what I'm saying? So his dog
you see what Joe said, huh?
He don't have his dog on a leash either.
Hey, you see what Joe said?
His dog, that's his fault, bro.
You get more time for killing an animal than what you would for a person.
Yeah, I know what happened to Michael Vick, man. But I'm gonna shoot the dog with the BB gun, though, Ray.
Yeah, they'll still get your ass, though. You gonna be in the news and everything.
Yeah, man. Fuck it, man. But I can't. I'm not draw the line. And then when they had me, I said I shot it with the BB gun, and they cried. I said, "Hey, lucky I ain't shooting with the real gun."
Yep. They're gonna have your house, your picture, and everything. You're gonna be on the Channel 4 News.
Fuck it, man. Fuck it. But I bet you that shit won't happen again.
Jason Ewens ain't lying though.
Huh?
So Jason Ewens ain't lying though. He said I like dogs more than people most of the time.
No more. The good thing about the news is nobody watches the shit no more.
No.
At least not the local shit.
Yeah, but they're watching you right now. They're waiting for you to do something now.
You think I give a fuck? They've been watching me since I was born. I don't give a fuck about these motherfuckers.
Yeah, your Tech Money got flagged. What up, Tech Money?
Tech Money. You know, Bofo, come on in here. Anybody feel free? I dropped the link a little while ago because I'm not done, man. I'll be arguing all day about shooting this goddamn dog. But I'm just what seriously what the live is about. Seriously, what this live is about is standing your ground, man. You know what I mean? In order to stand your ground, you have to have clearly defined boundaries. And from this conversation going back and forth, none of us seem to have clearly defined boundaries. Both vote in here, BV4. Yeah, there's no clearly defined boundaries anymore. It's all about how other people feel. How can other people feel about my shit? You know what I mean?
Joe is gonna be like looking for our mail.
Yes, got mad feelings about your shit. You know what I mean? It's clearly defining boundaries, yo. Clearly defining boundaries, man. I can't even go use a stand your ground or a castle law if these things ain't clearly defined. Is the castle my car if I'm getting carjacked? Is that considered mine? You know what I'm saying?
You're getting carjacked.
You get carjacked, you get out the car. This is a scenario. You get carjacked, right? I don't care what the technical dumbasses are saying on TV with their magnetic holsters and going like this. That shit is bullshit, right? If you get jacked, get out of the car, right? And they drive off with your shit, do not fire.
You're going to jail. Nope, don't fire because your ass is going to jail.
Huh.
Now,
no, they're fleeing. They're not a threat at that point.
Right. Now, if you're in the car and they sit there and they come at you or whatever, and you taking, start shooting in, especially if they're armed, I mean, you're good there. But 9 times out of 10, give up the damn car. That's what you got insurance for.
The problem is with
let them take that shit.
Carjack. The problem is with in the car carjack, right? You can't get to your gun fast enough from that sitting position.
No. But I mean, that's just like, look, me and Joe.
You got to give it up.
we were talking about that whole truck. Hold on. So me and Joe was sitting there talking about that whole truck gun bullshit that people talk about, you know. And to me, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. To me, that's the dumbest shit I ever heard. Because if you sit there, you have a truck gun, and you sit there and say somebody takes and start firing at your car, and you jump from the driver's seat to the passenger seat, out the passenger door to the back door, open it up to get your truck gun, your dumb ass is going to jail. And you should go to jail. Hell, I sit there and tell them lock your dumb ass up. You know? Roll. Just keep fucking moving. Because that's some dumb ass shit. So when I hear people talk about, oh yeah, this is my truck gun. Now your truck gun is whatever the fuck you got on you. It's not that gun that you keep in your truck.
I think people have a misconception about that. All right. A truck gun to me, I had a truck gun, right? But a truck gun is not for defense. A truck gun, my truck gun is completely fucking offensive. If they having a fucking school shooting and this nigga's up in the school, that's what my truck gun is for. My truck gun to grab that motherfucker and run in and get mine. You know what I mean? That my truck gun is for when shit got bad. That's what my truck gun is for. It's not for a self-defense situation. My truck gun is set up for completely offense. Like shit just went left. You see what I'm saying? And I gotta shoot my way home. That's what my truck gun is for.
Hold on. You said what?
My truck gun is for way home. If shit went completely left, and I gotta shoot my way home or go get mine. Like if they have a school shooting, ain't no way no cops is gonna tell me that my daughter's in a school and we got an active shooter and I'm not going in there. That's what my truck gun is for. My truck gun is to do shit that my EDC can't do. You know what I mean? That's what my truck gun is for.
Look, if you find a way inside that school or whatever, I mean, you know, so be it. You know? But I mean, you still got to think about that whole situation, though, man. I mean, that's the thing. That's the whole point of being a gun owner. You have to think about the situation and what you're going to take and do. You know?
Yeah. Facts.
Some situations you just can't react like that. I mean, that's just how it is. If you sit there and say there's a school shooting or whatever, and you pull your gun out and you run inside that school, there's a good chance that they're gonna shoot your ass.
Yeah.
Because they don't know who the school shooter is.
That's a part that I got to take on my own. That's the part that I don't give a fuck about them. I'm going to get mine. And I'm not waiting for, I'm not the type to depend on another person to take care of my shit.
No, 100%. I agree with you on that.
Yeah, and I understand what you're saying, but I mean,
responsibility into some police or some officials for them to negotiate. I'm gonna go get mine. If I die getting mine, I'm getting mine. Period. And that's just how I rock it. You know what I mean?
I definitely agree with you on that.
Defense is stupid.
When it comes to the kid, when it comes to my kid, that's a whole nother story.
What happened?
I said I agree with you on that. When it comes to my child, that'd be a whole different story.
Because, like I said, I don't know how I would react, but I'm telling you, there's probably a good chance if you do that, you're probably gonna get your ass shot. You might get shot before you even get to your kid.
Yeah, well, guess what?
Already in there.
That's part of the game. In the truck, we got these things too, bro.
But see, the thing is,
we got the kid truck, bro.
But the whole thing, like I said, now that whole truck gun thing, and okay, I understand what you say, but from all the stuff that I see and that I hear from people, and you know, when they go and do all this little training and shit like that, the whole purpose of a truck gun is supposedly for you to sit there if there's a shootout or something like that, for you to get to that gun to be able to return fire. Which, like I said, is some dumbass shit.
That's the stupid shit.
I understand your situation, what you're sitting there saying or whatever, you know. But the other thing too, I wouldn't keep a gun up in a truck. You know what I'm saying? Because if somebody breaking your truck away, I can understand if you have it in the backpack that you take that backpack out when you leave out or whatever. But you got some people that sit there. I mean, these dumbasses talk about, oh, I keep my gun in the truck. You're fucking stupid. Because if that truck ever come up missing or somebody steal that truck, then your gun is gone. Why keep it in there? I mean, that's just like people. You have a safe. Most of us, majority of us, have safes that we keep our gun in inside our house, locked up, because they sit there and say, if somebody breaks in the house, I don't want them to steal my gun. You know, so I keep it in a safe in my house. But you keep it in your car, which your car ain't a fucking safe. They break
You
your
can't
window,
keep
boom,
it
they got
open.
your
That's
shit.
stupid shit too.
No, it's not.
That's
It's not even a fact. Even if you hide it up underneath the seat or some shit like that, still, it's not a safe place to leave your shit.
So Ray,
I know.
one gun in the truck, Ray?
Say what?
You one gun in the vehicle, Ray?
No, I don't keep anything in a vehicle. Nothing.
Oh, okay.
My gun stays on me. Unless my ass, like if we, and I've done this maybe once or twice or whatever, you know, we go on a trip or something like that, and we come back and I, you know, might have it on in the glove box or some center console or some shit like that. I forget that the shit is there, and it's like, oh fuck, I left my gun in the car, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, shit like that. But as far as keeping something in there, yeah, instead of but keeping it in there, no man, you don't do that. That's that's pretty much irresponsible.
I don't keep anything in my vehicle. I'm the same way.
I do.
I don't.
We have a station wagon, right? But it's not in the fucking open. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say exactly where it's at. You know what I mean? But we have station wagon, and it's always there. Always. It's like one of those, like your first aid kit in the car or your fucking tire jack. You know what I mean? It's there.
So this is a thing for me, right? So me and my wife, the house we live in now, the house we live in now, we have built, right? And we lived here for about a year. I left my car unlocked one night. We don't live in a bad area, right? But it was obviously some young ass kids. But I left my car unlocked one night by accident. I go out to go to work like 4 o'clock in the morning, right? I hit the button, you know what I'm saying? Unlock my shit. The lights turn on. Everything's all over my fucking car. Glove box is open. Fucking center console's open. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I felt violated like shit because I ain't never had it happen, right? So I'm like, what the fuck? So if I was the type to leave a gun in there, you know, I mean, I leave all my shit has one in the head, but it's like, you know, who knows what the fuck would have happened? Like, it just, I don't leave shit in my vehicle. Anything that I defend myself with is on my person, and when I leave my vehicle, it leaves with me. That's just me. But you know, to each their own.
Nah, for real though, I drive these government places all the time, so I don't actually carry a fire. I'm not smashing that bass, carry a firearm with me all the time. But in the car when I'm riding with my wife, you know what I mean, and my baby girl, we get in her car, you know what I mean, just going about things. And when she get in her car, it's always there is not like free and available, grab the backpack and all of that shit. But it's break in case of emergency, bro. Emergency may not never happen. But it's better to have and not than not to have. And a little these little handgun thingies, sometimes in certain situations they ain't enough. You see what I'm saying? You know, I know some people have they get home back. Some people have what they get home back, match your calibers and all of this bullshit. I think the opposite way. I'm all the way at the other end of the spectrum. Whatever you got in that emergency situation, in case you need to go do some serious work, you need right caliber. But that's me. But go ahead. This guy keep coming in. Talk your shit, BV. You ain't saying nothing. Bovo, what up?
No, I mean, I had situations with car break-ins. I agree. So I definitely get that side of it. But I'll take it out every night. I'll just take that extra hassle to take it out every night. But I feel like I need something bigger than a handgun. If I got it, if I'm carrying, I just feel like I need an inch up in case the situation gets severe. You know, on the paranoia side, like you feel like, what if something come home?
What do you think the truck gun is for?
That's what I'm saying. The truck gun is for a situation that can escalate. That could be a little bit more severe than your handgun, than your sidearm can handle. You know what I mean? Like.
And I was actually going to say that, Bovo, but I didn't get to it. That, like, I don't see I feel just like the other gentleman does. I don't feel there's a problem with it as long as you're not leaving it in there overnight every night. You know what I mean? Like,
right, and that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the ones that leave it in there.
Yeah, nah.
You know?
I wouldn't feel comfortable.
I wouldn't, and I don't even, and see, and that's the thing where I don't know. Maybe I look at it differently or whatever when they say truck gun, because you hear that all the time. These people that taking, leave it up in the truck or in the car and shit like that. I mean, hell, I'd rather see a damn backpack gun. Like if you go somewhere, you got that shit in the backpack and you got your backpack on. If you're in the mall or something like that, something breaks out or something like that, you have it there just in case.
Yeah, that's what I mean. A backpack.
But anyway, certain cars also these certain cars also have bolts. You know what I mean? They have cover shit up. You know what I mean? Compartments, still hidden compartments. When I knew back when I used to drive SUVs, man, that shit. You have the fucking spare tire thing, and it have all kinds of space in there. Throw that shit in there and close it, and then it locks. And then the cars have trunks. You know what I mean? Your cars have your trunk. You lock your trunk. You lock your car. You know what I mean?
Like that.
Yeah, but you still got to think about. You got to get to it.
Yeah.
Like I said, you gotta get to it. I think the world is that type of gun, right? That type with me, my philosophy of it. That type of gun is not some gun it's not your first resort.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
you got other
first resort.
Right.
The tool on your hip is not a result at all. That shit is for when shit went so far left that you don't even give a fuck about the law or going to jail. The shit is just going down. When that shit come out, the shit already gone already, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I carry it.
That's another thing I was going to say. Self-defense, period. It's like, the value of what you carry around. It doesn't have to be, of high dollar value because, it's a chance that you might have to lose it. You know what I'm saying? So, I would say, I feel like this point, there is a point for a sidearm, and there's a point for if things get crazy and you got to make it to that car, your sidearm is to make it to your vehicle. Once you get to your vehicle, you need another little step
take
up.
Your ass home.
When you
get to your vehicle, take your ass home.
Yeah, but what if it's something? What if it's movie like? Not to get separated from reality.
It ain't never gonna be movie like. Right. It ain't never gonna be movie like.
You saw what happened in Miami.
If you get to your car, if you have to get
people, 100 cop cars, and why they needed 100 cop cars to take care of the situation? What they needed.
This is the thing. This is the thing. If you could get to your car and you left your people behind, or your people are still in there, that's when that goes up. That's when the trunk pop the trunk. You throw the joint on, and you get busy, and then you don't even give a fuck about whether you're going to jail. Motherfucker's gonna die. I see you later. You know what I mean? I might be that one that died, but I'm going to do what I got to do. That's that. I got to make up a new name instead of truck gun. That shit is.
I'm not. Look, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm not leaving my family to go run to the car to get my truck gun and then come back or whatever and fight my way to my family. Nah, fuck that. Hell, I'm staying right there with them. If we gonna go, we all gonna go together.
We all go together. Yeah, that's another way to think it. That's
I'm not doing that shit, man.
I'm with you on that, man.
Sometimes you're in a situation where you're separated from your family, and they here and they there, and you left and you right. They're upstairs, you downstairs. They'd be like one of them shopping mall situations. You know what I mean? That's when That's when it's like, all right, I may need more.
A scenario basis. I mean,
it could be 1,000 things, but it's better to have than not have, bro. You know what I mean? I might be at the crib. I might be at the crib, and my wife may be somewhere else, and shit going down. I'm watching shit on the news. Oh shit, they there. I might be on my way home to work. I'm not going to come home to get nothing else. I might be on my way to work. I don't have nothing on me. I'm not going to come home, grab the shit, and get there. That shit better be there in her car when I get there. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think anyone has a problem with it. I think some people just want to make sure that people are being safe. I mean, that's I think what it all really comes down to.
People want to be safe, but just understand that shit could go left at any time, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
I was speaking as an individual. I wasn't speaking of like getting the family home. I'm out a lot on my own, and my mission would be to make it back to the house. So if situations get too severe for my 16 round carry, and I get in a jam that might be a little bit too heavy, it's a 50-50 chance that the odds that's not in your favor, they probably got a 30 round capacity something, because the aggressor always ready, bro. The aggressor is always ready because they're going.
Yeah, you're always going to be outgunned. Period.
You know what I'm saying?
You're always going to be outgunned. Don't take them on. Your goal with the carry, and this is the bullshit, right? Your goal with your carry is to get safe, bro. That's the only thing. You don't need nothing.
You're from Brooklyn, man. It's all about backing something down, getting safe. Yes, you can run, but
I'm not going to go suppressing fire, right? My whole thing is, I'm not going to joke. I'm not going to war with the cats, bro. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to war with that. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to fuck home.
What if it's not your choice?
If it's not my choice, I'm a fire to get myself out. I'm a fire to get myself out.
All right, that's my point. So if
I can do that, I can do that with any one of these. I can do that with 15.
Right. Okay.
I can do that with 15. If they pulling out something bigger, I'm gonna use that 15. I ain't trying to lay down suppressive fire, shit like that. I'm trying to strategically place rounds. That's why cats got to get training, bro. I'm trying to strategically place rounds to get me to a big place.
Every situation is going to be different. If you're in a mall, you're not going to strategically place any damn rounds. Period. Because
I'm just going home. If I'm going to my car. Fuck you. I'm going to my car. I might not lay no shots down. I'm just going to fuck. Let's go out of here. If somebody in the way, they might got to get it. But I'm out of there. For real. I ain't going to advocate for these motherfuckers. I don't even need high capacity mags, bro. Because that's how little shooting is my last resort.
Well, it should be everyone's.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
So
I don't buy firearms I don't buy firearms for, let me say, the least of my worries. I buy it for the worst of my concerns. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't separate myself.
I don't worry about it that much. But you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
I don't worry about shit that much. But it's just like I'm just ducking, hiding, ducking, running. Hide, duck, run.
I just see your common threat with 30 rounds of something real hot on an average sunny day.
You need it, man. That shit look cute.
I'm not gonna come.
He's looking cute. I'm just saying, from my perspective, I like that shit and I need that shit. But that shit is for when shit go completely left, like that shit in Uvalde, Texas. That shit, and none of those parents, nobody was actively prepared. Parents was running in there with their little guns, and you know what I mean. And the cops was illy fucking prepared. You know what I mean? The whole system flocked down, and that's when you needed something heavy. You needed something a little more than your pistol. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that whole situation right there.
I think you needed someone with a pair of fucking balls.
Hold up.
I mean, because if you had the chief of police sitting there, telling the guys don't go in. I mean, it takes, like say, one officer with some balls or whatever said that, you know what, fuck you, chief. These kids up. This is what we have to take and do. Because you already know there's a bunch of little kids up in there, and you got some asshole up in there, shooting in a damn school. You got to do what you got to take and do it. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and say, as a police officer, you sign up to put your life on the line. But I mean, come on, man. You got to sit there and think about that situation. What the fuck? Well, not. I mean, because I was the police. I mean, we didn't sign up to put our life on the line.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's a dangerous job. You deal with criminals, so in a way you do.
Right. But you got to look at the
dangerous
situation.
Job. That's the shit they tell you to get a pay raise.
Say what?
It's not a dangerous job, bro. It's not a dangerous job.
Hear you. What'd you say, Armel? You said it's not a dangerous job?
You said it's not.
Bass said that it's a dangerous
criminals.
This is a dangerous job.
How the fuck is it not?
They just the shit they tell you so they can get a pay raise.
No,
they really don't do shit.
No. Nowadays it is a dangerous job because now there's that line, like you say, that disrespect, that line of respect is gone. These motherfuckers don't care. I mean, they shoot at the cops like it's nothing. You know, it doesn't matter. I mean, you know, you got cops could be sitting there giving somebody a ticket, walking over toward the car or whatever, and next thing you know, motherfucker starts shooting at the cop and then takes off. You know, so you don't know what's going on or whatever. Most police officers, all they want to take and do is get home. They leave home with the expectation of making it back home. You know,
yeah.
I would say
that's an
expectation.
That should be seriously. That should be an unrealistic expectation.
What?
Yeah, we ran out in the world, right? Back in the days in my other life, before I was Armel. I'm running around the world doing dumb shit, you know what I mean? Doing dumb shit, throwing the flag up and shit, right? I wouldn't have did that shit if I had another choice, right? Saving the fucking world, right? There's in hot situations, you know what I mean? At no fucking point did I expect to come home. I wasn't even that. I wouldn't even lie to myself like that. There was reasons I needed to get home, but at no fucking point did I expect that shit was that fucking glorious that I'm going to go home after this fucking deployment over. You know what I mean? If a cop go to work like that, I'm going to go home at the end of the day. He fucking stupid. Every day I woke up, you wake up with the expectation that you might your ticket punched that day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, your ticket. No, but that's what I'm saying. Your ticket may get punched, but you don't go to work with that expectation that my ticket may get punched today. Nobody go. I mean, that's not what they go. That's not what they go. They go there thinking about.
Don't take the job.
But I'm sorry, man. I disagree with you. I know a whole lot of them. That's not what they sit there and they get up in the morning thinking.
Well, don't do
may
shit.
Not come home. Now a lot of times the wives sit there and think about the worst that goes on because they see that. But a lot of times officers don't think about that shit, man. I mean, yes, it could happen. But all man. Any officer wants to take is make it home.
They should have become a security guard. But that for real, that's not their job, right? Their job is to hand out tickets and to make sure people stay in line and get ready to go to work and work for the system and protect the municipality and the corporations. That's their job. You know what I mean?
What happened with every 911 call that come through the line and they got to go check it out?
And their job is to investigate. Their job is after factual. They're not supposed to be directly engaging with any violence or any criminality. That's not their job.
No, they're not. They're just responding to a call.
That's not right. They don't have that option, bro. Once they
their job is not to lead the law, but to enforce the law. Mm-hmm. Law enforcement is not the law.
Right, but they're just responding.
Their job is to enforce the law. Enforcement is after the fact. So it's definitely not their job, and they shouldn't be sustained to that shit. That's why they shouldn't even be there from the fucking beginning. Let everybody take care of their goddamn self. This is a world of wolves. You know what I mean? Let everybody take care of themselves.
Yeah, it's a world of wolves, and you know what? Just like you wanted to put that dog down, I guess that's what we got to do. We got to put them dogs down. Put them dogs wolves.
Down. And you have left dogs.
You know, I mean, we got to put them down. I mean, that's
you have less bitches, bro. You have less bitches.
The thing is, you could protect. Okay, you're home. You're home. Anything that comes into your house or whatever, hey, it's open season on your ass. You come in my house, it's open season. Period.
100%.
You know, I'm laying your ass out. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm not shooting a fucking wound or no shit like that. I ain't shooting no damn warning shot. Nah, fuck that. I'm shooting a kill shot. That's it. And I'm gonna empty my fucking magazine on your ass. Period.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna And just like you sit there and say, you see all these people with these little Gucci guns and shit like that, got the damn hollow suns up there and the flashlights and all. Nah, fuck that. I got my little naked Glock, and I'm gonna empty that motherfucker out on your ass. That's it. Period. I ain't shooting you with no fucking Gucci gun and no shit like that. I ain't turn no flashlight on your ass. Trying to blind you. I'm gonna light your ass the fuck up.
Yo, the Gucci
guns
work too. The Gucci guns work too. They shoot.
Fuck the
Gucci guns shoot
you don't need all that bullshit on
your gun. You're just saying you don't need it.
That shit ain't nothing. I had it. Look, I had a dude sit there, and I'm gonna tell. And me and Joe Val was talking about this shit earlier. Okay, I had this dude sitting there talking about clearing his fucking house. If he, him and his family or whatever, upstairs and something, and somebody breaks in, he's talking about clearing his house. He's a fucking idiot. You don't clear your fucking house. You stay wherever the fuck you're at, on the phone with the police or whatever, and you just stay right there. And if they're in there robbing your place or whatever, taking your shit, let them take whatever the fuck they want. But you go through there clearing that house, you're going to wind up dead. Because I look at it like this. If I'm a bad guy and I see your dumb ass coming around the corner or whatever, and you got your flashlight on, I'm shooting through the fucking sheetrock. I'm taking your bitch ass out. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you stay in one fucking spot.
When you say clear the house, Ray, like in what situation? What kind of situation? Like, you're
not supposed to do that. I don't see that shit.
No, you don't. Okay, so if somebody breaks in your house and say you and your wife is just you and your wife in the house, or you and your kids or whatever, and everybody's upstairs, somebody breaks in the house or whatever, okay? Yeah. You go up there, you find you a place or whatever, you stay up there, and if they come in there, then yeah, you do what you have to take and do. If you take one out or whatever, you don't leave out or whatever, talking about, I'm going to clear the house. As far as making sure nobody else is in there.
They're in the home already, you're saying?
Yeah, they're already in the house. And say,
okay, so I'm saying look, typical situation, 4 a.m. Mm-hmm. Everyone's already separated.
But that's a different story. That's a different story because you want to get to everybody to make sure everybody's okay. So at that point, you're going to put your life on the line.
If my daughter room and my son room is on the opposite side of the house, wouldn't you consider me clearing the house between me and them? Like, don't I
getting to them? Clearing means actually going through there run by run, making sure that there's no longer a threat in there.
Okay, yeah.
But getting to them is what you want to take and do. You want to get to wherever your family is at. You don't want your family to come to you. You know what I'm saying? You want to try and get to them.
Absolutely.
But I'm talking about these ones. I'm talking about these ones who talk about, clearing their house, going through, making sure the threat is there. You're not the police. You're not special forces. This is not a mission or whatever, Nah, you don't do that shit. You stay in one fucking spot because the easiest way to sit there and die is going out there talking about doing some dumb shit like that. And you have motherfuckers that talk that shit. You even have where people go and take this training or whatever. Civilians taking this training on how to clear, different situations.
EQB. Yo, I'm laughing because I was actually in this situation before. I'm just bugging of like, wow. And this is before kids, the wives before, just in a single home, townhouse. I found myself trying to play that game in the dark, like, thought I heard something. And I'm going down the steps, clearing the wall. Like, it's crazy. So it's like automatically when that adrenaline is rushing and you hear something, it's like, it's been times recently I jump up and I know I'm not supposed to, but just off an impulse, your instinct is like, what was that? Who was that? Where it's at? I'm like, you know what I mean? And I'm, Yo,
let me interrupt you. One of the things that I hate so much on YouTube and Instagram is offensive actions are so sexy and they disguising it as defensive. You know what I mean? The whole purpose, for real, is I think the whole purpose, if you got a home invasion, the first thing to do is secure the situation, not the enemy, not go out and attack these niggas.
No, I'm saying, what I mean? Have you know what I mean? Like, have you experienced that boom in the night, or have you?
I don't give a fuck about that because I already knew what it was.
Jump up. I mean, what you're supposed to do. Your body's just gonna do what it does.
I know exactly what you're saying because we've had the same thing in my house or whatever, and sometimes you just don't think about it. But now if you sit there and say like in my house, my alarm goes off or whatever, okay? I'm not going downstairs with my alarm going off to sit there and see what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I hear some little noise or some shit like that or whatever, and I know my alarm is on, and there's no way you can get in my house or whatever. I mean, unless your ass come crawling through, break the window and crawl through the fucking glass or whatever, yeah, then you'll get in and maybe my alarm won't go off, But yeah, I've gotten up, same thing or whatever, hear a noise and I sit there and, get my shit and, just start walking down the hallway. But I have, I can take and turn off all the fucking lights in the house or whatever from my phone. Turn off all the fucking lights, walk towards the stairs. If I hear something, I mean, then I know a motherfucker's in my damn house. And so it's back to my spot.
I want to hear what was Jovar's intake on this earlier when y'all talked about it?
Let his ass come in and tell him his
story. Yeah, let him come in. Shit, hell, he right there.
Let his ass tell his fucking own goddamn story. But for real though,
I'm just saying, control. Like when half the time you have sleep, so you're moving on.
Well, I'm not clearing no house. I'm securing my people. No. It's 3 people in my house, right? It's 3 people in my house. I'm making sure Cass good, Zeze good, I'm good. Mm-hmm. Once I know that, we staying in that one spot. Every room in this house got something in it. We staying in that.
Now, my daughter's room is.
Bro. We're gonna sit here in one spot. We ain't going looking for niggas clearing the house. Whatever's in this house that they want, they can have that shit. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna leave. But I know that as long as that motherfucker don't come in the space where I'm at, in other words, the threat has to come to me. I don't go for the threat. You know what I mean? Them niggas in the house, if somebody kick home invasion, keep all that shit. When they come in the room with me, that's when the shit get real.
Hey, drop the link, Joe Bob trying to get it.
They can have the house. They
can
fuck and everything in it.
And Armel, when you drop the link, keep your eyes open, because I mean your ass got a bad habit of not sitting there paying attention. So pay attention, because he's gonna try and come in as soon as you drop the link, Armel.
I'm with you. I'm not leaving either, because my daughter's room is across the hall from me and my wife. But also pay attention to how your house is laid out, because me and my wife found that can give you advantages. Mm-hmm. You can. I mean, I understand that sheetrock's not bulletproof, but I'm just saying, as far as hiding the majority of your body, or maybe hiding someone not seeing you because they don't know the layout of your house. We found a couple spots where it probably would. One spot where it would. She would go to my daughter. I would stay in our room. She would have I would have the first vantage point of anyone coming up. But
what are you even looking for?
If anything was to happen, she's got them. It's done. So yeah. It's so you just have to look at your layout of your house and just look at your vantage points. You know what I mean? Like that's what we've noticed.
So y'all telling me y'all was safe still?
Yes.
No, listen.
No, let him talk.
Listen. You telling me, like, you see this door here? I'm on the second floor. I'm upstairs. Right outside of this door, on my side of the hallway, is my son's room. On the other side of the steps is my daughter's room. You mean to tell me once I can get everyone in a space,
and y'all all together, you don't need to go nowhere.
Okay, listen. But if I hear escalation, they're getting closer. They're coming to the church.
You got everything. No. Everything is important. It's in the room.
Ready.
Yeah. No. Once
ready.
That's the main thing. Getting ready, having everybody low. You don't want everybody to be, like huddled up in a corner or whatever, and kind of sitting up. Get low, because most of the time when criminals come up in there or whatever, them motherfuckers just shooting straight ahead.
Yep.
Stay low. Stay as low as you can fucking stay, and be right there. Keep your eyes at that entry point or whatever is what you want to focus on. And once you see that shit open, boom. Or not even open all the way. Just start to open. Just do what you gotta do.
You got that new computer out here.
We have set this game up. Hold on.
Set it up now, man. I'm trying to set it up now.
We've actually went through this. Me and my wife actually have gone through this multiple times with my daughter. My daughter knows where to go and what to do. So
And that's what
it's just, huh?
Don't clear your house. Don't do anything.
No. But I'm saying, no. In her room, she knows where to go, what to do. My wife's with her in her room. I'm in our master bedroom. We have a plan. If anything was to happen, we get ready just in case it has to happen. Like everyone else has said, and I agree. Take whatever the fuck you want. Take it. Just don't come up here, or you're gonna regret it. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for having me on here, man. So one thing about that, Mike Tyson, a lot of people said everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. And so now with that being said, you might have a plan. Hey, if this happens, we're going to do this and everything else. But that plan is contingent upon several assumptions. You're assuming that everyone remembers the plan. You're assuming everyone's in the right spot and everything else. A lot of the guys said this before. No plan survives initial contact. So you have to be adaptive and very versatile and fluid, right? As far as, and this is just my opinion, there's no right or wrong answer. Only answer is really what works for you and what got you alive in that situation, right? If someone kicks in my door right now, I'm sitting down here talking to you guys, right? If I can meet that force on force and stop them before they ingress into my house, I'm going to do that. If I'm somewhere else and they come in, all bets is off, because two things. I don't know how many people I'm going up against. I don't know what they got and everything else. So my whole deal is going to be to try to avoid them as much as possible. Get on the telephone. Hey, 911, I got people in here. I'm scared as shit, yada, 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 right? 911 calls are recorded. They're used as evidence to show your state of mind and everything else. And you leave that one at that, right? Now you get to a place, and we call it your point of dominance, right? So if you have a room and you got a garage door, a front door, and a back door, if you can get to a point to where you can cover all three of those entryways, that's your point of dominance, because now you have natural choke points. But again, as you're sitting here, what do you have? Right? What do you have that can control all three of those points of entrance? Fortunate thing we got going for us, most of you guys that's kicking in doors aren't assaulters. They're not coming in all three points of entrance. They're not coming through windows and shit like that, right? But you never know. They could get a little bit more sophisticated, right? As they refine their tactics, techniques, and procedures, their TTPs. But generally, you got a clusterfuck of guys going through a real narrow hallway or front door. So you got that fatal funnel. If you're prepared to deal with that, you can deal with it. If you have a two-story house, or you have a house where your door is on a different side or level, then it's like Ray said, is it advisable to go downstairs looking for a fight? Nah, ask where you're at. Let the fight come to you, because now you know where everyone in the house is at, who's behind you. You got all those guys bunkered down and secured in the room, and you're going to defend that point. So you're not going to inadvertently shoot little Susie. You're not going to inadvertently, shoot your dog or some shit like that, right? You keep that fight in front of you, and 9 times out of 10, if you make that announcement, you got the police on the telephone. You make the announcement, and if they start shooting, you return fire. Most people don't like to
hear. Go ahead.
So that's my take on that whole home invasion thing and everything else, man. Hey, the shit I got is replaceable. I'm just trying to get to somewhere where I'm out of the line of fire. If I have to shoot, then I'm gonna shoot. No one wants to go looking for a fight. You don't know how many people there is.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. You have a plan to get punched in the face thing, right? But if you don't have a plan at all, what do you have? You have chaos. No one knows what to do, right? So you have a plan, and you have a plan, and you do your best to execute that.
Bro.
And then as things change from there, you just have to do your best to change with it. So
no, I think you got that shit off, bro, Bass. You got to learn how to control chaos, control the environment.
No, right, but I'm just saying, like he's saying, you have a plan, right, until something goes wrong with it, is what he's saying. So what I'm saying is you keep your plan, right? Something goes wrong with it, then you have to adapt from there, right? So you have to make the best decision.
The problem is not the plan. The problem I'm finding is throughout the YouTube and the cyberspace, the plan is fucking flawed. The plan that they teaching everybody is flawed.
Yeah, well, no one's.
And that's actually, hold up. And that's actually what this live is about. Where are these borders? Where are these lines? What's important in your house that you got to go shoot for? What are the things in your home that you got? There's only 3 things in this house that I'm shooting for, bro.
That's it for me. Life and death. You come after me and my family.
Once those 3 things are secured, they can have everything in this bitch.
I just feel like it's
you know what I mean?
It's one of them things.
But
like
online, they're trying to perceive everything's a threat, so everybody can run out and shoot each other. No, and most of the time, home invasion is done by somebody you know. You're gonna go shoot your crackhead uncle or some dumb shit like that.
All right, yo. Common sense tells you, man, that if you're in the house with your kids and your family, and it's 3 o'clock in the morning, they're seeing vehicles there. They know you're home. They probably watched your house. They're not coming in there for the TV. So I'm automatically thinking that threat is about to try to make its way to me or the humans in the home. I'm not thinking about valuable goods. So I'm already thinking that, you know what I mean? Typically, that's how I'm thinking.
What are they saying, bro?
Huh?
What are they looking for in the house that you think of value that can't be replaced?
I need T-Electric for this conversation, man.
Yeah, T-Electric is the same thing, but T-Electric gets into when they actually violate the man. Because the man was so looking for them motherfucker, and he was outgunned from the door, and then he compromised the whole situation by hunting.
No, I'm saying
in all of his scenarios, the dude either undergunned or outgunned, and shit went left. If he secured himself, you want to turn the enemy into a funnel, bro. You want to bring them to you, not you.
The objective of the person that's entering the home is the same, though. It's not for the television or the DVD player no more. If that makes any sense. If it was for the TV or the DVD player, I would be so comfortable just saying, huh?
What are they coming to your home for?
Well, the thing is, you don't know what they're coming to your home for. It could be anything. You know, period. It could be anything. You don't know. And just like he said, what T-Electric says, hell, they could be coming to the house just to take advantage of you in the way that these, nasty ass criminals do. Come and take you and then take your shit at the same damn time. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know. But the thing is, with a criminal, you're always gonna be outgunned. You're not gonna know what the situation is gonna be because they're not gonna come knock on your door and sit there and say, "Hey, I'm coming to rob you." You know what I'm saying? They don't do that. They just gonna sit there just like with a home invasion. They're gonna come up in there, start kicking at your door or whatever, or however the fuck they do it. Or sit there and act like they coming to deliver some flowers or some bullshit like that. Your dumb ass open up the fucking door, and next thing you know, you got a whole bunch of goons coming in to get your ass.
Okay.
That's how the shit works.
Right. I'm just saying though, right? And you're absolutely right, right? I don't know about that kicking in the door because the world has changed since I've lived in the world. But right, Cass coming in the house. Right? Jova dropped off himself. I'm adding him back. Cass coming in the house, right? What in your house is important to you? The guns? Let them have that shit.
No, ain't not. Only thing important is if it bleeds or breathes.
That's how I evaluate the situation. What am I willing to die for, and what am I willing to kill for? Because those two things are the same things.
But see,
those things are the same things.
If you're worried about your shit, your stuff, your materialistic stuff or whatever, then hey, you know what? Fuck it. That's gonna be on you. Like I said, as long as my family, and like I said, my house is just me and the wife. So as long as we're good, I don't give a fuck what you do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Now, like I said, if we're hunkered down up in that, upstairs or somewhere or whatever, and that door starts to creep open, that's your ass. That's all it is.
That's it.
You know, but as far as everything else in that house, I don't give a fuck. You know?
100. 100.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's just the way I look at it, man. You know, but yeah, you gotta and like Bass was saying, you know, you gotta have a plan. But the other thing too, it's just like with fire drills. I mean, you know, in school and shit that we used to do, or even at work, you know, you could sit there and Joe Val said that you could sit there and have the best plan or whatever, you know, but sometime in a stressful situation, hell, you forgetting shit, you know, but you don't forget your family. And that's like say with the kids or whatever, you know, let them, hey, this is our safe space.
I want to come with a little bit more detail because I don't want to, you know, make so many strong statements. And it's like,
say your shit, man. You say all your strong statements, bro.
All right, so I'm in a rental right now. So of course I'm not trying to go get the most sophisticated security system, whatever the case may be, right? So I'm just in here. So now, you know, you can have a you know, a ring camera, you can have certain new things going on, but like the times where I jump up with concern, I'm the only one up. Somebody else may not even hear it. My steps is separating me from the kids. Things like that. So it's like that move around or that need to feel like I got to keep these people downstairs and have one up on them so then I could actually start to wake, you know, get everything going on. I need to get on silently upstairs. My mind is still on. Keep them from coming up these steps. Or hopefully they don't beat me coming up these steps. So I'm already on defense. I'm not just thinking that we're going to all just wind up in this closet and it's going to happen all perfectly like that. I'm waking up to stop the threat. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I don't know if I could count on all of that. 3 bedrooms that's going on when I'm the only one up on my feet. Seconds before something could be actually happening. You know what I mean?
So this is, I understand that, Bofo. With me, it's kind of like this certain situation, right? But we got an empty house, basically. We got an empty house, and it's a little bit of ground to cover. So the way I said, I'm usually either downstairs or upstairs in the bedroom, right? The whole thing is, boom. Zadie my daughter won't know what's going on, or she might be the first motherfucking one to know what's going on. It could be either or. But the whole thing, my whole setup is secure her first. We in one place. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We're in one goddamn place. Once we're in that place, it's a funnel. If they coming in here, go ahead and leave because you don't want it. That's when it goes off. If they violate that space, that's when it's on. It's to confine everybody in one space. Confine everybody in one space. So as far as the security system, that's the shit that we could talk about another time because it's really cheap setups. They got this thing called Waze Cam. You know what I mean? It's just like $20. You know what I mean? And they get crazy alerts. It's like $1 a year. You know what I mean? Crazy alerts to your cell phone, your wife's cell phone.
You put me on. You already you told me about
it. Yeah, but that shit cheap, man. And you get as needed, and it doesn't function with the thing. Function with nothing else. You know what I mean? But there's a lot something cheap at the dollar store, something like motion lights, you know, night lights that you plug in. Like when somebody walk past, the lights turn on. You know what I mean? It's like, damn. Or just a chirp, motion detector on your doors. You don't need a whole alarm system, but just put a motion detector. Somebody open the door, the front door or the patio door or one of these doors is like that door is open. Alexa, that shit $30 on Amazon. You know what I mean? Shit'll let you know. Those are the warning devices. That shit loud as fuck. Everybody who need to be in the house is in the house, and it's like front door open. You know the shit is on. You know what I mean? Every Alexa device in the house goes off. Front door open. You don't need no ADT and all that shit for that. You know, go ahead, Joe. You look like you laughing.
No, I'm actually setting up this computer, trying to do this thing. What you were saying. So, you know, with all those alarms and everything else, again, just my opinion, right? Study that was done to where a guy had like warehouses and everything else, and what he would do was, this is how the insurance companies get people, right? So like starting out, he would have dogs in the guard, right? And then people would get used to seeing the dogs in the guard. Then he would just have dogs, right? And he would scale back. Then he would just have, like a remote alarm system, right? And they would get tested. People would respond. Then he would just have signs out there, right? So what it is like people get conditioned to certain things. So like someone said, your neighbors see your vehicles in your driveway, or they don't see your vehicles. They're like, hey, they're not home. So it's that operant conditioning. The advantages of having like your ADT and everything else is that home monitoring, right? Because I got, the Walmart special lights and cameras and motion detectors you get at 3 a.m. You get, 25 of them for $2. Once they get triggered, there's no one on the other side of that monitoring that alarm to say, hey, do you need help? Hey, we detected smoke. Is there a fire? Stuff like so. That's where that additional, $30 a month comes in. And again, if someone wants your stuff, they're going to kick in your door and go kinetic and go hard because they may have gotten like bad information or whatever, it happens. So,
yo, Ray official outside stealing your truck gun.
You can have it.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Va hiding in the bathroom.
Yeah, Joe Va outside stealing my truck gun, but I would have seen you already.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And again, that's how your setup is because you're not going to go kinetic. You're just going to go and turn the video footage over to the law and everything else, which is a smart thing.
That shit.
Yeah, it's a smart thing to do, because you're not taking anything that I can't replace, right? So again, it's smart. I'm not faced with an imminent threat. It's not like I turn a corner in my house and I see a stranger. I see someone there that's not supposed to be there. Now I have to go kinetic. I got to go hands-on, right? Because that threat's already there. The threat's there because you ain't supposed to be here.
Yeah, I wish I would, man. If a motherfucker violate my space, like when he crossed my lawn, which is my property, which is just like being inside my house, and he says he don't send himself, he said his dog, right? You know what I mean? I shoot his dog, man. Why I gotta go to jail, man?
I mean, come on, bro. If he sends his dog after you and the dog is coming after you, then yeah, you can sit there and unload on the dog. But I mean, if the dog
what if my door is open, right? What if my door is open? What if my door is open and this nigga come in my house?
Well, that's a whole different story.
But why do I have to have a door for my property? My property starts at my motherfucking property line.
Take the fucking door off then.
Why should I have to close my door and lock my door? I want fresh air to come in.
Like I said, take the fucking door off. If you want to leave it wide open, leave it open, invite them all in or whatever. I mean, shit. If you feel as though
I ain't invited, man, I just leave my door
is an extension of your property, take your fucking door off and just leave it like it is. That's all I can tell you. Take your fucking door.
So my lawn, my door start at my lawn, at my property lawn. That's my door. You cross the gun line, bro, boss.
Cross the gun line, boss.
You cross the gun line, boss. That gun line is the property line, bro.
Does it matter if you like
invitation or warrant, bro?
Is there differences from if you own land, open land, or if you are in like?
It doesn't matter.
It depends on where you're at.
If you're paying rent, what is the space that you paying rent on? What motherfucker cross the gun line? Okay, what is that line like? You have rent. You're in charge of anything. You got this driveway. We have like some rental stuff going on, right? So you have the driveway privileges. You have garage privileges. You have this and that. It got to be ironed out on a lease. You see what I'm saying? So you're responsible for this grass. Like say it's a townhouse. You got that little square shit in front of the townhouse, you responsible for that shit, right? You responsible for that. You got to keep it clean, XYZ. You know what I mean? If not, I have to. You know what I mean? But once they cross the gun line, you responsible for that. Rental, owner, everything. That's the gun line. That's the door. The mailboxes is somewhere else, so the mailman don't have to cross the gun line. You know what I mean? That's it. I don't know.
So basically, what you're saying is there's an invisible line outside which marks.
It ain't invisible. It's a legal line. It's called a legal line.
I'm saying, like, you mean once they cross that and they're 25 yards, they cross that line and they running at you, or they got the dog shitting on past that line. You're able to say,
my
look. In our mail bill,
you get drunk and piss in the yard, you're gonna wind up dead.
Do whatever the fuck you want. That's all it boils down to. If you live in a mail bill, then you can do whatever. You can shoot them up if they put their toes on it. You can shoot their fucking toes off. And on
y'all can't stay there. I'm gonna end this live, and we're gonna backstage this. All right. But everybody else, man, good night. Take money. You know, everybody. You know, I'm gonna end the live stream, and we're gonna backstage this bitch. All right. Take care, everybody. Love y'all. Thanks for the support. Boom.
Thanks.
Peace.
Good one.
Peace.